Over the past few months, I've done 3 different reviews of Harley Benton guitars, and one of the things that was pretty consistent was that they all needed a fret polish and fretboard conditioning. So in this video, I'm going to run through the steps of how to polish the frets and condition the fretboard of a Harley Benton ST-20. I'll be sure to leave affiliate links in the description to all the products I use. Just keep in mind, I may earn a small commission from it. This video will give you a good idea of what you can expect will need to be done to make this guitar play even better once you get one. So you can see here that the frets themselves are quite dull and not reflecting any light, and the board itself is actually a little bit dry. So the first thing we're going to want to do since we're polishing these is protect the fretboard, and we're going to do that with your typical painter's tape. This is rather simple to do, only takes a few minutes, and it'll protect the fretboard so that we do not scratch it. So there's nothing too complicated about this. We just want to make sure we're covering the surface of the fretboard and leaving the fret wire exposed, so that way as we're polishing the fret wire, we don't have to worry about scratching up our fretboard. Alright, so you can see we are perfectly taped off now and ready to go. A couple of different notes on this really quick. I'm not sure if this is kind of like a premature wear on the fretboard or if it's just an illusion because of how it's dirty. So we'll take a little closer look at that as well once we get them polished up. The other thing to consider is you do not need to wrap this around the board. It only makes it more difficult to get off when you're done. So my advice is just leave it laying on the top like that. It's fine like that. Alright, so as far as products go, we're going to be using the Microfine Dunlop System 65 polishing cloth. It's basically an 8000 grit. It's very light. It's not for really removing any rough spots. It's really just for removing oxidation. If you have rougher spots, you'll want to use a product like Fret Eraser or something like that. Unfortunately, I don't have any videos on my channel of that yet, but I will coming soon. And I'll probably also add some of the fine fret polish as well to help shine them up. Essentially, you're just going to fold the cloth over and work it over the fret. You can already see it's taking a lot of the oxidation off. So I'd actually say at this point it's pretty obvious here which frets I've done and which frets I haven't done. So that leaves a good shine on these, but we're going to go ahead and take it a step further. So up next is going to be the frine. It's pretty simple. Directions are just shake a little bit, drop some onto the cloth, and then essentially just rub it over the fret. So that is exactly what we're going to do here. You can see there's still some oxidation coming off there. So when taking a closer look, you can see where this polish shines it up even better than the polishing pad did. Alright, a couple of quick notes about this stuff. It does say that if you get any on the fretboard itself to remove it right away. Obviously I have it taped, but I'm going to go ahead and put a cleaner on the fretboard anyway after this. But outside of that, it looks like we're pretty much good to go here, and you can see it's kind of hard to tell from this vantage point, but I mean those things are like mirrors. And again, this is only a $79 guitar, so what I'm going to do now is go ahead and get this tape off and get ready to start the cleaning process. From there, we're going to use a Dunlop 01 fretboard cleaner. This stuff is pretty simple to use. All you've got to do is spray it onto a microfiber cloth and then just kind of work it into the fretboard. You'll notice this stuff actually dries pretty quickly, and then your fretboard's clean and ready to condition. As mentioned, do not use this cleaner or the conditioner that I'm about to use on finished maple fretboards. And if you're uncertain as to whether or not you can use this, always reach out to the guitar manufacturer for guidance. So with the fretboard clean, now we are going to use Dunlop Fretboard 02 Deep Conditioner. This stuff is really going to help moisturize and condition your fretboard, and it's pretty simple. You want to shake it well and just pretty much evenly apply it across each fret. You don't want to put it on too thick, and you certainly do not want to squeeze this bottle. We're just going to let gravity do the work, apply an even coat, and move on to the next fret. Once we've got each of the frets evenly coated, what we're going to do from there is just grab a microfiber cloth and wipe away the excess. Keep in mind you really only need to do this once a year, twice at the most, maybe if you live in a dry area, but generally for me once a year is more than enough. Alright, so we are good to go. The fret wire here is pretty much like a mirror. You can see the fretboard's being cleaned and conditioned. We are all set. So that should give you a good idea of how I polish the frets and condition the fretboard on this ST-20. As mentioned earlier, I'll leave affiliate links to all the products that I used in the description of this video, and if you'd like to know more about this guitar and the mods that I've done to it, be sure to check out this playlist right here. If you have any questions, by all means, leave them in the comments. I do try to answer all the comments that come through on the channel, and as always, thanks for watching.